This is Ralph. W5VE is my amateur radio call. Whiskey 5 Victor Echo. I thought I'd hook up my new LG V20 phone, smartphone. So it's a tremendously good camera in it. And use an external microphone. In this case, a Shure PG58, which is a pretty good voice microphone. I also use a Shure SM58 as my on-the-air phone microphone for W5VE. But right now I'm set up listening to JT65, a digital format. And see there, oh, this could get interesting. I like to get on 20 meters about this time of night on JT65 because there's lots of interesting stations. I see a guy in Chile calling CQ. I've talked to Chile a lot. There's a guy in Argentina talking to someone in Japan. And there's a station there, E20. Is that right? SJC. That one could be interesting. Let's see where it is. I'll look it up. Thailand. There's a guy in New Zealand talking to him, CL1BDW, talking to E20SJC. And I'm hearing the guy in New Zealand, and I've worked him before anyway, but I am not hearing or seeing, in this case, the signal from the station in Thailand. Well, I have to get him later. Let's see. I'm not seeing anybody right now. We'll wait for JT65 works in 1 minute segments. It's very low power, low signal mode where you can work across the world with 5, 10, 15 watts. But it's very slow. Sort of like watching paint dry, but it can get exciting. Okay, now we got two signals coming. One will be CE3KHZ in Chile. Of course, using digital modes, we use computers for control. I have two screens here. Got my Ham Radio Deluxe software, which controls the transceiver here. I can also do Morse code. I put on a video on YouTube last night showing that. Tonight we're showing JT65. Well, the guy in New Zealand called CQ, but and in fact, the software shows me, I've talked to him before, although I remember on this band it says QSO before. So I don't see a lot of action going. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down to 160 meters. It's way down low. And since we changed frequencies, we have to tune the radio by having automatic antenna tuner. It was that fast. Okay. So we came in late in the minute rotation, so we may not get any decodes this time. But there's several signals on. Should be able to find somebody at work. There we go. We got a few. There's a guy in Venezuela, but I've already talked to him. Okay, we're starting the next minute. This software I'm using is JT65-HF, the HP9HQX edition. That's a call from Switzerland, but he programmed this software and it works quite well. I use it a lot. In fact, I guess I operate JT65 more than any other mode. I do voice a lot, and I do CW now. I got my new key. I got that for myself for my birthday, which is back a couple of weeks before Christmas in December. I have fun. This is my main hobby. This is how I relax. I've been writing all evening and on a computer book. My head's twirling around and all, so I thought I'd come over here and play on both doing video and okay. Just to talk to somebody, I'm calling this station in Canada, VA3MW. It's was calling CQ saying he wanted to talk to somebody. And this is on 160 meters, so let's see if we can get him. We may not get him. He's got a relatively weak signal, but you never know with JT65. Let's look him up. Daniel Howard. He's in, I can't pronounce that. He's in Ontario. Etobicoke. 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 Sounds like a commercial. Okay, now I'll know in a minute whether he's coming back to me or not, but I can go ahead and put the starting time in my logbook. We use logs to keep track of everything. Let's see. Always starts on 0 seconds. And I'm putting in his signal. He's minus 19. With a place for whatever signal he gives me, which I should know when he comes back. If he is calling me, we'll see a purple line there with my call on it. Well, we don't see a purple line with my call on it, do we? He didn't come back. Oh, there's a Spanish station. That's real DX on. I can't hear him. Give this, oh, this is another one. This is VA7. Minus 21. VA7 is Canada, British Columbia. I happen to know that from 53 years of talking to stations all over the world. So we changed the call sign here, VA7QI. And the station in Ontario didn't hear me. It was 2-1. Look him up. Oh, it's QI. No, I'm not getting a lookup for him. I have other ways I can look up stations. QRZ.com being one of them. It's a excellent site, giving him radio operators a lot of different services. What I say his call was VA7QI. No, he's not in the services. He must be relatively new. Did he come back to me? Nope. Well, we're off to a good start. Ham radio's like fishing, though. You never know what you're going to get until you start throwing your line in the water, and sometimes you get good stuff. Last night, about this time, I talked to a guy in Australia. But it's a wonderful hobby. I enjoy it a lot. And having done it for so long, I guess I'm reasonably good at it. I don't have very big power. The transceiver's only 100 watts. I've got a 43-foot vertical antenna outside, but that gets me over to Australia and all sorts of places. K7TH, let's try him. Well, he's got a pretty strong signal. Let's see where he is. The 7th call area is out west here in the U.S. -5. And he's in... Well, that's disappointing. He's got a real distant call sign, but he's in Michigan, which is, I guess, 600-700 miles from here, maybe. But we'll talk to him if he comes back. Now this is my online logbook. Last night I told you I talked to VK3GQ, and I talked to some other stations, mostly in the U.S. Except I did talk to a guy in Hungary yesterday in Europe, and also one in Luxembourg, which is a small country in Europe also. And the night before I talked to OY1R. He's in the Faroe Islands between Denmark and Iceland. It's owned by Denmark, or some autonomous region in Denmark, however they put it. Okay, we didn't get the K7. This, I'm not showing. Maybe, did I tune when I came down here? That might be the reason I'm not getting out. So we'll see who else comes up. There's the VA3MW again, since the light green shows people who are calling CQ to talk to someone that I haven't talked to. The dark green shows people who are calling CQ that I have talked to, so I'm looking for new people tonight. Okay, so I'm going to change the logbook out again. I didn't record that. VA3MW. Now he was -19, which is a weak signal when we heard him before, but now he's -10, which is a relatively strong one. At least for this weak signal mode of JT65. The JT in 65, by the way, stands for Joe Taylor. He's a Nobel Prize winner who wrote this program and developed the whole, he didn't write this particular program, but he developed the whole JT65 digital mode and JT9 and several others. Smart guy, professor at Princeton. I don't see any signal from him. He's not coming back to me. That station in Italy, that's pretty amazing. 960. It's usually shorter range than some of the higher frequencies. Part of being a successful amateur radio operator is knowing which bands are frequencies are open, and how far you can get out on each one, and what time of day is good, and so forth. Well, everybody come and sit you there. Microphone works pretty good. Even when I'm not facing the camera, it picks me up well. I produce documentary films also. I've done that for years, so I have all sorts of sound equipment. I know how to use it. And video equipment too. But I found, rather than bringing in one of my big cameras and setting it up, I found this V20 does a pretty good job. I'm just shooting at 1080 by whatever. 1080p as we call it, for progressive frames. Oh, me. Okay, there's one in Pennsylvania, I think, and that guy's in, I've worked him before, K0TT, he's in Minnesota, I believe. So I've got both of those. I'm looking for new stuff. We're always trying to get awards for working countries and all 50 states and things like that. So I have a lot of them, but there's still a few I'd like to get. Actually, I had a bunch of awards, and I changed call letters, so I started all over, and it's been fun. I was originally licensed in 1963. My call for most of that time, for about 50 years, was WA4NUO, which was the original call. I'm the only one that's ever had it. Still nothing there. And then about in 2014, I decided I wanted to get a 1x2 call. W5VE is considered a 1x2 because there's one letter, a number, and two more letters, 1x2 letters. And by the luck of the draw, I got W5VE. Now, other people have had W5VE. I've traced it all the way back to 1922. That's about 94 years or 95 years now. And there've been 5 or 6 other people had the call during that time. But I've got it now and I'm enjoying it very much. Okay, oh, there's a whole bunch calling CQ to pick out some out the strong signal. Let's try that K7 again. That was a guy in Michigan. I think one thing that happens to me, my vertical antenna has such low angle radiation, I jump over some of the closer people sometimes. Amateur radio works by bouncing signals off the ionosphere, the layers of charged ions up in the sky, thousands of feet, many thousands of feet up. And you bounce the signal off, and it bounces down to the person you want to talk to. And sometimes, like when you go to Australia, it'll bounce at least twice, maybe. But with low angle, you can go up, and it goes beyond where that person is before it comes back down. So of course I don't hear you, while I do hear them. All right, he's coming back to somebody. We'll see if it's us. Yeah, he's on 6. That's a really strong signal on JT65. $11:59 p.m. now. Ah, purple. And you gave me a -10, which is not bad. I'll take that. So I told the system to send him K7TH W5VE R -10, which is R means I'm receiving him at -10. And that's about all the message you exchange. We'll say a few things else, but these These contacts are about 4 to 5 minutes each, and it's again a really, really low signal. So when the bands, as we describe them, are dead, that means you're not hearing anyone else. You can still hear people on JT65 and actually talk to them, as we're doing now. Okay, down at the right time. So my transmission just finished, and I'm waiting on his next one. He has the next minute. And I've already clicked here to send him best regards and that I received his transmission. And the contact will be over and I can log it, and it's official. And let's go here. Hold on. One of the ways we have to authenticate a contact used to be we just exchange postcards, but we've got this not working. There we go. Maybe. The American Radio Relay League, which is the largest organization of hams in the United States, gives us a way to do authenticated contacts on the air. I'm sorry, over the internet. Now it's automated. His transmission finish. I'm sending one now too. This is not going on the computer. This is going out over the air, bouncing off the ionosphere down to Michigan, using that transceiver there. Even though the computer is controlling it, I'm still in a supervisory position at least. But anyway, when I finish talking to him, I'll upload that contact to this website, and he'll upload the information. If the information is the same, then he'll show up here as a confirmed contact. For example, I mentioned I talked to Hungary yesterday. Well, he's already confirmed, so he's confirmed. The other day I got one from a station in Zambia, which is in southern Africa, that I talked to. There's one from Turkey, Spain, Canary Islands, Chile, Greece, Ukraine, Slovenia. I talk all over the world, plus a lot of people in the United States. Okay, while we were talking, he sent me a message saying W5VE K7TH 73. 73 means best regards. It's a holdover from the old Morse code days. Of course, I still use it on Morse code. Morse code's not dead, but a lot of people still use it, including me. Because you get through on CW and you can't get through on anything. Okay, yeah. I'm not expecting him to come back now, so I clicked put in the closing time. It's all easy now. You just have to write out your logbook and do a whole lot of manual operations. Now what I want to do, I told you about uploading, and I'm going to select his line in my logbook and tell it to upload it to Logbook of the World. Believe me, this is fun. Trust me. Okay, good. Let's see if there's anything else on. Well, there's a guy in Ukraine. It's 160 meters. That's pretty astounding. It's somebody talking to a station in Italy. I'm looking to see if I can hear them. No, I can't get excited about that. I can't talk to them if I can't hear them. And of course, band conditions are random sometimes, and sometimes you hear really distant stations, and other times you don't. So that's just the way it is. So anyway, that's been an evening of JT65 with W5VE. And I hope y'all at least were vaguely amused or entertained. I'm just playing around. I'm glad you listened to me. Thanks a lot, and as we have them say, 73.